Welcome back to Quack's Art Studios. Stick around, let's create something that speaks. So we are talking about CMYK. CMYK, C means cyan, M means magenta, Y means yellow, K means black or key. So these are also just colors as represented there. So C is just a combination of a blue color and a green color. And magenta is also a combination of a red color with another color. Yellow is just a primary color, yellow. And key for K or black is just a black color. So if you want to print something, you need to use CMYK. But with our smartphone, it is limited to use CMYK. You always use RGB. But if you advance the level to, let's say, to go to Photoshop on the laptop or on your PC, you have these options to choose before you start designing. Because the difference, if you choose the setting of RGB, the same color that you may choose, let's say you have choose a red color, pure 100% red color, that is brighter red color. If you now print it, because it is in the RGB, if you print it, it won't be the same red color that you chose. It may be maybe a brighter red color or a faded red color. That's the difference. But if you choose that color in CMYK setting, if you choose pure blue, as you print it out, it will come out pure blue. There's also other elements as grayscale. This only deals with a gray color, the combination of black and white color. And there's also HSB, which H stands for U. U is the 100% color. For example, blue at its best. That this is the lily blue. That's what it means, U. S stands for saturation. This is just we are just increasing or decreasing the brightness of the color. If it is a faded lead, if you increase the saturation, it's going to be a pure lead, or it will be increasing according to the range. And the B is for black, which talks about the tint and the shade, whereby you are just adding a black color to a certain color, or you're adding a gray to a certain color. So there are two phases of color, whereby we have the warm, which are much associated with lead color, the warm colors, starting from here to here, here to here, going this side. And we have cool colors, which are from blue to green this side. So you have to understand there are some colors which work together with other colors, while others cannot work together with other colors. For example, we've talked of warm colors. These are warm colors, the combination of red color to green colors. The cool colors, we're talking of blue to green. And there's other properties like the brightness. The same color, you're just increasing the brightness of that color. Dark, you are just adding the shade to that color. You're adding black to that color. There's saturation, there's desaturation, where you're decreasing the saturation of that color. So also the HSAB, B also means brightness. So tint means that you are increasing the lightness, while shade you are increasing the darkness. And there is also what are called the color harmonies. Color harmonies is the combination now, the patterns that you have to follow when designing something. The primary color is just it also called this triangle pattern, or the triangle rule of color harmony. You choose colors that are arranged on this color wheel. This is called a color wheel. You'll be working with this anywhere you go if you are designing. The color wheel. That's the main gist in graphic designing, because we are communicating. Colors do communicate. So the triangle rule, or the primary rule, it takes the shape of a triangle on that color wheel. So if you see, they have taken yellow, there's red, there's blue, which are the primary colors, right? So they're combining red, yellow, blue. They'll come up with a certain color. This works best when you're doing when you are dealing with gradient. For you to choose a good combination, Because before designing, you have to come up with what is called a color template, whereby you select your colors that you are going to use before starting everything. Because before venturing into designing, you have to do a research on the company or a person or a client that you're working for. What color do they use? And what are they preferring? What are they selling? Then you will do also a research on their audiences. With this product, where is it going? Who are their audiences? What colors will fit in? So it's where the color harmonies or the color palette comes in. So first of all, you choose the color palette before designing. Choose the combination of colors that you're going to use before designing. Moving on to square. A square rule or a square pattern. It just takes a shape of a square on the color wheel. So here you are selecting 4 colors. So you may choose to take the green, this color pink, or a blue. So it doesn't matter, you can rotate the square on the color wheel. This is just an example on how you can select. For example, you can choose to use this pattern, but as long as it should produce a square, you may decide to use this color, and you come with this color and this color and this color, as long as you're producing a square out of it. Then there is what is called complementary colors. These are colors that are just complementing or are directly facing each other in the color wheel, or directly opposite in the color wheel. So you may choose to use blue and this yellow, or you may choose to use purple. That means its complementary color is this pure yellow. Or you can choose to use red. Its complementary will be this color, this yellow. Its complementary color is this. Its complementary color is this. You're just using 2 colors. Then there is what is called the triad. The triad, I think I was mistaken with the first primary color. This one is just an example, but it's the same thing with this one, 3 color triad. So there's also an analogy. These are colors that are in the same line, just as shown here. So they may choose to use this yellow, this yellow, this yellow, or you may choose this color green, this color on the same flyer, or this color, this color, this color. These are colors, 3 colors that are adjacent to each other on the color wheel. Then there is what we call tetradic. It takes a shape of a rectangle. So you pick 4 colors on it. This color, this color, this color, this color. As long as you are producing a rectangle on the color wheel, you can choose this color and move straight to this color, and move straight to this color, and move straight to this color. So you're taking this.